Have you updated to macOS Tahoe and suddenly Time Machine stopped working? Or are you trying to add a NAS or network share as a Time Machine destination in macOS Tahoe, but the backup never gets past preparing backup? Well, if so, one important question first. Is your macOS language set to something other than English? For example, Swedish, German, Czech, Polish, French, or any other language that uses special characters like these ones. If so, you're likely affected by a serious macOS bug that has existed since macOS Tahoe was first released, and it is still not fixed in the latest update, macOS Tahoe 26.2. This issue affects any NAS or server offering Time Machine over SMB, regardless of vendor. This is what the problem looks like. Time Machine accepts the network disk, authentication works, and the backup appears to start, but it never moves past preparing backup. On the destination, you'll usually see a .sparse bundler or an .incomplete bundle that just sits there. This is not a cosmetic issue or a minor inconvenience. Time Machine is a core macOS feature, and for many users it is the only backup that they have. Because this bug causes Time Machine to fail quite silently, people may believe their backups are running correctly, only to discover the problem when they actually need to restore data. That can mean days, months, or even years of work that are no longer protected. That's why this is a serious bug, I would say, not just an annoyance. After extensive testing and confirmed by many users on Apple-owned forums, the root cause is actually surprisingly simple, I would say. Time Machine in macOS Tahoe, including version 26.2, is extremely strict about the internal APFS volume name inside the sparse bundle. If that name contains non-ASCII characters, Time Machine silently fails. Now, this explains why the issue appears much more frequently if you're not using English as your macOS language. macOS automatically uses your system language when generating names for disks and volumes. That means Time Machine may create internal volume names containing characters like these ones. These characters are perfectly valid in APFS, but Time Machine in macOS Tahoe fails when they are used inside sparse bundles over SMB. To be absolutely clear, this is not a NAS vendor issue. The same behavior occurs on Synology, QNAP, TrueNAS, and even plain Linux servers running Samba with Time Machine support enabled. The issue is entirely on the macOS side, has existed since Tahoe initial release, and remains unfixed in macOS Tahoe 26.2. Until Apple fixes this properly, the workaround is to manually open the sparse bundle, mount it and rename the internal APFS volume so it only contains simple ASCII characters. This does not require deleting your backup, reinstalling macOS, or changing any SMB configuration on your NAS or server. First, stop Time Machine to make sure nothing is actively writing to the bundle. Start Disk Utility and select the File menu, followed by Open Disk Image. Locate the .sparse bundle on your NAS and open it. Rename the volume to something simple and ASCII only. That means no spaces, no accent, and no special characters. For example, Time Machine, Backup, Time Machine, Backup, TM Backup, or something else. This is the critical step. The sparse bundle file name does not matter, only the internal APFS volume name. Eject the volume properly and make sure the sparse bundle is still present. Start the backup job again from Time Machine. The backup should now move past preparing backup and start writing data normally. I have noticed that there could be problems to change volume name while a backup is running, so be sure to turn off any current backup before renaming the volume. Because this bug has existed since launch and will cause backup failures and potential data loss, it's important to report it to Apple. The more people report this, the higher the chance that Apple will prioritize fixing it. Time Machine is a core macOS feature, and bugs like this deserve urgent attention. You can do that by starting Apple Feedback Assistant on your Mac, or simply follow the link below. I will link the Apple discussion thread and the Feedback Assistant page below as well. And if this helped you, please like or comment, and most importantly, report the bug. Thanks for watching.